Buy an RV, they said. Buy a toy hauler, they said, so you don't have to ride your motorcycle and whatnot up to Sturgis and stuff. Well, we did that. And we're going on our second trip with the RV, and sure enough, the daggone refrigerator wouldn't work. So, let me show you the troubleshooting steps I did on this here Fuzion Impact Edition Model 367 with a Norcore cooler refrigerator built inside it. Brand new, it's a 2021 model, and I already got fuses popping. That kind of chaps my ass, but that's another problem. But let's go over what I had to do to get this thing working, and so my food won't spoil. Y'all stay tuned. All right, this is Mo out here with our Fuzion Impact 367 model, and our refrigerator wouldn't work. So I'm going to walk you through very quickly how I troubleshot this. First things first, you walk back here on the back panel on the ground. You can see it's just two clips. There it is right there, in case you ain't seen one before. But what I had to do was take this black cover off right here. A couple of screws that hold it on, one on the bottom, one on the very top left. And that's after you unplug it back in there. So first things first, check to make sure you got 120 volts coming back in there. If you got 120 volts, you're good. If you don't have 120 volts, you got a different problem. Next thing you got to do is check these wires right here. They are specific. It even gives you a label right here that says, hey, this is DC current, 12 volts DC. The one on the left is the ground wire. One on the right is positive wire. Make sure you got 12 volts coming out of there. What happened to me was when I took this black cover off, I reseated every damn connector in there. Long story short, that didn't solve the problem. To my refrigerator part where the what they call the eyebrow panel is, reseated that one connector on that board, didn't help anything. Then I discovered there's a 5 amp fuse right there on the corner, right down here, little 5 amp fuse, and this is what it looks like. Hope y'all can see that on the focus, but that bastard blew. Okay, put a new 5 amp fuse in there, shouldn't be a problem. Well, that's not exactly the case, because I walk in like we're doing right now to show you, and the refrigerator still wasn't getting the green light on. So, you know, what the heck? Poked around, got more frustrated, said a few choice words, and lo and behold, I took this panel off, the fuse panel. Real simple. Come right here, it come open, and that fuse right there, if y'all can see that, right there, had a red light on it, telling me it was no good. Put another fuse in there, and looky here. I got a green dot on my refrigerator now. Yes, sir. Refrigerator now has power. And just so you can see this fuse, this 15 amp fuse, not sure if y'all can see this yet or not. I'm gonna get out here in the sunlight, hold it up for you, and then hopefully you can kind of see, maybe not, but nonetheless, that fuse popped as well. So in essence, you had a 5 amp fuse on the back of the refrigerator where the DC current goes in, and then a 15 amp fuse inside the fuse box in the RV that also had to be replaced. Everything else in the trailer worked. Lights, bedroom lights, oven lights, everything else worked. So hopefully this helps you out a little bit. Yes, you get to see my mug, but after a couple of hours of learning an RV, learning some of the nuances, you got a 5 amp fuse at the bottom of the refrigerator to replace. Hopefully the board doesn't go bad, that a capacitor or something goes bad, but that 5 amp fuse blew, as I showed you earlier. And then there was another one that tripped in here. It popped. So note to self, make sure you got plenty of varied amperage fuses in your RV, just in case this happens to you on the road. We're prepping to go to Sturgis, and we was making sure everything's working. So I'm glad we did this check, because there's nothing worse than being on the road and stuff not working. So hope this helps y'all out, and y'all be safe out there.